Hello world, this is ComputerHeat and Kilrathy Soldier, and we're back for another episode of Hello World series. Kilrathy Soldier, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm okay.
Bit of a
And you?
you got a bit of illness going on in your end for a little while. It continues, but
Yeah, it's
we're gonna
hopefully
do
it'll
this
be
despite
over
that.
soon.
Yes. Hopefully you won't cough up a lung with the mic while the mic is hot. But yeah, you know what? We're both paused at 5 seconds. Let's get this one started, and then we can talk about things, catch up on old times.
Yep.
Alright, so we'll unpause in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is a game between SturmTigerOst and SturmTigerNinja, who is actually in a previous cast under the name Part-Time Ninja, so I guess he has joined the forever blossoming ranks of the SturmTiger clan organization. And
But
yeah, who
is it
are
in
our...
a part-time position or?
I don't know. But Ost seems to be AFK a bit. His pioneers have just now started moving. But tell me who we have on the other team.
We got Barbarossa, and then we got CUC bracket M Soviet. I don't know how you wanna pronounce that. CUC.
We'll come up with something that isn't excessively profane. And
Yeah,
oh no, ninjas, Storm Pioneers are standing outside of the capping circle. Okay, now they're going back in. So this is the first
right
game
at
that
the edge.
yeah, this is the first game that we're showing after the bug fix patch that came out like a week ago. And one of the things that changed in that is that the supply half track for the OKW can't crush buildings anymore. You can still push dudes around, but you can't use it to just go on a little demolition derby, knocking down building walls.
No more Gojira rampage.
No, though we can see it's definitely still able to destroy light cover, so I don't know exactly how it's been changed. And I got the first engagement
Ramming
here.
speed.
Yeah, I can see it did a bit
Uh-oh,
of...
stopped.
Probably see it do a bit more pushing. It just did a minute ago to chase off Barbarossa's combat engineers. And they're going on back to the... Whoa! Soviet has picked... shit, what is this thing called? Urban Defense Tactics, and made himself a forward headquarters. So in that really strong house in the middle of this map. I gotta be real, I don't really know a whole lot about Birneux, as I believe this map is pronounced. And, oh man, Storm Pioneers are in a bit of danger as they run away. But yeah, this is not a map that I think I've played more than like 1 or 2 times ever. So I don't... You've got a bit more experience on it than I do.
Yeah. I have had several games on it. It's open in the north, the middle urban, and in the south is more tight corners and all such. So I expect to see a lot of ninja capping there in the south.
Yeah, you can sneak around down there and set up some nasty ambushes. But yeah, you get a little bit of everything on this map. And this is kind of a there's not really any serious cutoffs that we find in a lot of maps that do get like your wide open area at the top, which is where the 2 victory points are. So I'm gonna expect to see a whole lot of nasty long range engagements up there. It's just the 1 victory point in the south, and I imagine that the the Germans are just going to try to lock down the top of the map as much as possible. You can see that Ninja is putting up his battle group headquarters there, and Ost is supporting him with an MG42 covering that. Barbarossa, I thought he was trying to set up some kind of flank, but he doesn't really have enough forces in position to do a whole lot. There's just this 1 conscript squad running around. He does have Molotovs unlocked, and Soviet is just kind of getting pinned down by this machine gun. I would like to see a mortar from one of them.
But if you look at the Soviets, they're really digging into the Germans' territory. I mean, they almost got, well, almost, but the north fuel, which was, they were trying to decap it.
Yeah, so they got chased off. It's a real shame that neither Soviet player has 120mm mortars available to him, because that would be absolutely brutal with this battle group headquarters so close to so close to the forward headquarters. I mean, that thing does a ton of damage, and it gets offensive buffs by being close to the the forward headquarters.
Is almost down. Ah, okay. Good thing that forward HQ was there.
What was it that happened? I didn't see.
The Sturm Pioneers were engaging conscripts, and the conscripts were like down to 1 pixel health, 1 man. But because of the HQ was nearby, yeah, they survived.
Yeah, I was watching the fight at the top of the forward headquarters. It's just been non-stop around this thing. And Barbarossa's been throwing some sneaky Molotovs over fences and the like and behind line of sight blockers. And it looks like Ost is just going to try to storm this. It seems a little risky. Wow, Ninja's taking a lot of damage on his Volksgrenadiers. They're just dropping left and right. I think he may not be respecting the the power of the buff that those that the conscripts get just from sitting over there. And yeah, this would be tier 2 would be so strong for either of the Soviet players, but they're both just sitting in tier 0 right now. Either of them can afford to get that, and the map
2
controls.
mortars from them.
Yeah, 2 mortars would just end this this play from Ninja right now. Ninja lost his Sturm Pioneers somewhere, and he's rebuilding them right now. Other than that, he's just got 3 Volksgrenadiers, and SturmTigerOst has got. Is he teched up? Yeah, he's got his tier 2 up. He's got his tier 1, 3 Grens and an MG, and looks like Barbarossa was trying to do some sneaky capping up at the top, but he gets forced away by these fresh Volksgrenadier squads. Oh, AT grenade goes in on the SWS supply truck, but I think it's going to be able to get to safety before anything too bad happens to it. I don't know what the hell Barbarossa is trying to do, oorahing up towards the battle group headquarters.
I wonder what doctrine will go for, because they're already I mean, Soviet has already gone for infantry base, so and there's a lot of tight corners, so either armored assault tactics or counter attack tactics.
Oh, this is a nice move with the light AT gun to get that up and start shooting at the battle group headquarters. It's at max range right now, and it's gonna have to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it'll get a little bit of extra damage from there. And oh, Sturm Pioneers are heading right towards this demo charge. If they go a step forward, they are totally dead. All right, they retreat back just in time. Yeah, no mortar. This is the perfect time to have a mortar. I mean, there's like absolutely no better occasion to have a mortar than right now. Some skirmishes happening at the bottom, as you predicted. Attempted ninja capping, but Barbarossa's been building sandbags down there and just keeping a squad around to defend. And now he's going up and trying to harass the top part of the map as well. Volksgrenadiers of the Panzerschreck are trying to retreat. They could be in a bit of danger, but looks like they're going to make it back, no problem. And the top fuel is about to get decapped by Barbarossa. So SturmTigerOst is also getting himself a mortar. It's about time. Mortars are great against forward headquarters. This building, though, that they've used as the forward headquarters is really strong. I think it's the same building that is on Faymanville Approach. So, I mean, it's nasty on that map. It's nasty in this on this map as well.
Okay, so SturmTigerOst went with close air support, which I can totally understand. I mean, there's no blizzard on this map, and there's a lot of, I mean, there's the strafe suppression and sank strafe, but the stupid dive bomb, that would be excellent. It'll take some time before he gets there, but still.
Oh. Yeah, if he had that available now, we could see the world's most epic Stuka dive bomb. And I can hear the mortar from Ost is firing now, and that thing is going to just be racking up the kills left and right. It's already got 2 kills. And these Grenadiers just sitting at long range, it just had to pack up and move. the Grenadiers sitting at long range are just racking up vet. I mean, they're staying quite healthy from the, well, the now destroyed battle group headquarters. So the forward reinforcement is gone.
Oh, there.
One thing to note is that Ost, he's got a squad of Panzer Grenadiers that are running around the south side of the map, and they managed to kill a conscript squad, and they're about to connect the munitions point down there, unless Soviet or Barbarossa sends a squad down to cut off that territory. So the Soviets been doing a great job of applying pressure on here, but oh, this mortar's got vet 1 and 11 kills. I think it's still firing its first barrage. Oh my god! Absolutely destroyed that AT gun. Oh man, 16 kills and nearly up to vet 2. I'm surprised it doesn't hit vet 2. Some Sturm Pioneers are going to catch these conscripts down at the bottom, and they could end up getting sandwiched. And I heard some kind of flak firing. I guess it was the base emplacements of SturmTigerNinja shooting at the AT gun crews that tried to run away. And it looks like the Germans are about to reconnect the fuel at the top of the map. Finally, Barbarossa has gotten himself some mortars, but the opportunity for them to do the most damage is past. You know, now would have been if he like rushed a Katyusha, that would have been even better.
Planes right.
Just incendiary artillery. So interesting that Ost built himself a command bunker up there. There's still no more healing, and now there's a repair truck up from Ninja. Now I can see that the front lines are starting to collapse a bit for the Soviets. They're getting pushed back, and they're trying to take back the bottom part of the map. There's not the huge horde of conscripts in the center anymore. There's a squad of flamers in a building. There's a machine gun moving up, so a stolen MG-34. It's obviously belonging to SturmTigerNinja before he went for fortifications doctrine, which I feel like I've seen every single game for the last long time. But now Ninja and Ost are starting to, I guess, get deeper and deeper into enemy territory and just kind of start clawing back in. Now they've got 2 of the VPs under their control, and that could be really hard to get back. The Soviets are kind of lacking in pushing power, but some shock troops could help change that, and you see that out from Barbarossa. So he's gone for the he's gone for counterattack tactics, which
I'm thinking that before. I mean, he already knows that one of the German players went with close air support. So that before, I mean, it's nice, but against stupid dive bombing.
Yeah. So the smart money for this patch is that it's going to be a whole lot of counterattack tactics against close air support doctrine, because the downside to the For Mother Russia ability has been removed. So it used to be that would give you like a huge offensive buff. Just all your squads, I think they get more accuracy, and they get maybe even survivability buff, and they definitely get a huge movement bonus. So they run really fast, they shoot really fast, and they just kind of kill everything in front of them. But it used to be balanced out by a you get kind of the exact opposite debuff. So you'd be extremely vulnerable once the buff wore off, but they removed that part. So now there's really no downside to it. I mean, it costs a lot of munitions, but I think we're probably going to be seeing that a lot until any kind of changes go in. Germans have finally managed to get in close to the to the forward headquarters, but I think they're going to get chased off. Shock troops with that aura are going to be really
nice mortars there.
Oh my god! What was that? That was just the mortars? That must have been a Volksgrenade also.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how many kills does Ost mortar have? 28 kills! That's pretty impressive since it's only been on the map for like 5 minutes. Yeah, and of course the B4 has been really, really popular for a long time. The mortar's just gotten up to Vet 3, and it's being forced away. Counterattack tactics is pretty well countered by the close air support doctrine, because the anti-infantry strafe, as you were pointing out, and then also the Stuka dive bomb and recon flight combo can be used to kill the howitzer as soon as it like appears. So the Vet 3 mortar did go down to the shock troops, and whoa, shock troops stole the mortar and now they're retreating. That's going to be a durable unit. I hope that he won't accidentally reinforce that back up to full mans. And probably get killed here though by the triple grenadiers with LMGs. So those are some durable dudes. Looks like another incendiary artillery strike coming in, and that forces the Volksgrenadiers back, ensuring that the mortar is captured safely. So the Germans have been pushed back again. What kind of tech do we have from Ost? Ost has not been teching up at all. He's been using the redistribute resources ability, which you kind of expect whenever you use the close air support commander. Just spam out those.
That's dangerous, because usually when you go close air support, well, that's my opinion, but the best thing is that if you have to go close air support, you gotta make sure you get some armor out before you start using the abilities, because it's gonna suck you dry.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna get into problems when the allies get out all that armor out, and you're just stuck with packs or shreks or something like that.
Yeah, he was using the anti-infantry strafe a whole lot. I'm not totally sure it was to the best effect. I mean, they had the Soviets pretty well contained, and the mortars were doing the work on them. And something big is blowing up. I guess that's the Soviet mortars were counter-mortaring the German mortars near the German base. The Germans just get pushed back. Down at the bottom, some pioneers were trying to do some ninja capping, and they got chased off by, well, they saw they were about to get surrounded and retreated in time to make it away, no problem.
Man, they're getting decapped a lot, the Germans. The Soviets are really pushing in on them.
Yeah, they're about to lose all of their territories. They're now connected to nothing outside of their base sector. And a Molotov even goes in on the MG42 on the left as it tried to set up to chase away the conscripts. Yeah, that was a big hit. And Sturm Pioneers that were trying to take down the VP get killed as they retreat. The Grenadier Blah from Ost is coming up. These incendiaries...
the MG might go down there.
I think it will. He's been a bit inattentive with that. If he'd retreated that right away...
don't set up!
And look at that. He even sets up the machine gun pointing towards it. It's pointing towards the base. It's like, oh, here you go, guys! Yeah, I think Ost's blobbing has been a bit sloppy this game. And obviously losing that machine gun was pretty bad, but a couple of Volksgrenadiers getting up nice and close onto the
Stuka dive.
That was clearly, I guess he was just scouting for that. Where is it coming? Bye-bye forward headquarters. Wow, I didn't think that would go down to one shot from the Stuka. That thing was in quite good health. That is totally gone. I don't think it really got that many kills though. And Ninja, man, he's really hurting for fuel. He's built and lost every single tier structure that the OKW can build. So I'm gonna imagine he's just gonna try to hold out and get a King Tiger, rather than try to rebuild any structures and have to rely on that to bring him back into the game. But I mean, if there's any unit that can bring him back into the game, it's that. Barbarossa would be wise to get a B4 howitzer up, I think. Just because that can prove such a crucial unit in the late game, especially against something like a King Tiger. You save up your munitions, you can use precision strike over and over on that. More incendiary artillery. Again, I don't think the placement has been ideal. Probably kill this machine gun again.
Sugar dive coming in.
Oh, probably in the middle. I'm gonna guess. Oh, destroyed the other forward headquarters. I didn't even realize that got turned into a forward headquarters. That's certainly one way to get rid of those things. And I guess when you've got three mortars,
yeah, strikes there. But I mean, because there's a lot of houses there, so yeah, they're turning another house now.
Yeah, you need to get rid of those things. Yeah, building those forward headquarters is not cheap. It's 300 fuel and 300 manpower and 60 fuel. I mean, that's like a full tank. But that said, Soviet has not teched at all. He hasn't gotten. I mean, he should get tier 4 at least. Tier 3, tier 4. You know, eventually, if the game goes on long enough, you're gonna need those. Like an SU-85 or something. Katyushas could be pounding the base. B4 has not been constructed. Again, I would like to see that. And here comes an anti-infantry strafe. A little late, but you can see just how good it is against infantry blobs. Pinning them all down. If you have it comes in so fast too that you can really, if you got good communication going on with your teammate, you can stop infantry charges in their tracks. And since it usually pins the squads as well, it pretty much forces a retreat. Just because, well, if you have like a tank around, especially if you have like a P4 and you hit blitz on that, you can just drive over and crush all of the infantry squads. Bit of a teamwork capping going on the bottom of the map, but I think I don't think the Germans are going to be able to hold on to this. There's too many squads of conscripts coming down, and still no further tech from either Soviet player. The only tech at all is tier 2 from Barbarossa. And
I think there was a was that a B4 or something like that? What? Was a huge explosion at those smokes near on the Soviet side.
That's definitely a B4.
Right
is
it's there it is. I see
pretty far forward, so that's good. It'll you can see the kind of range that it's got. Wow, it can reach all the way in. It can hit SturmTigerOst's headquarters from where it is. So I mean, they're gonna have to be really worried about retreating at this point if that thing is still on cooldown. Once again, the Germans are doing a good job starting to break out of the pocket that was carved out from them. They've taken back almost the full top of the map. They've got a BP under their control, so the drain is going to slow down quite a lot. And you know, it's clear they're just trying to stall for time, play the long game. Kind of amazing that we're 22, 23 minutes in, and there's been no vehicle from any player.
Yeah, this is like vehicles has been off limits.
Oh, I hear another Stuka strike coming in, probably right in the middle. I'm sure it's going to be on his headquarters. Oh, it's not, but it takes it out anyway.
Nice.
Killing the AT gun in the process, so really nice targeting by Ost there. B4 is firing, hits the headquarters, and kills a couple of mans. Kills a couple of... it may have killed off a full Pioneer squad.
He really needs to target that B4 now. I mean, before it gets any red. I mean, I understand, okay, you get that forward HQ, but that B4, I mean, you just can't let it run amok.
He's looking for it now, but he should know where it is because it hit him. It should appear on the map. But it's not like he has enough munitions to do anything about it anyway. I'm not sure why he used that recon flight.
No, that was kind of a waste.
Maybe he just wanted to remind the other player, like, yo, don't do that. I'm close air support. I can kill you whenever I want. But he's a little bit off from being able to use redistribute resources again. And yeah, but once he does that, he should have enough to be able to insta-give that B4. So I don't expect that thing to be... Oh! I just hit right in front of me. I don't expect it to be doing a whole lot more damage. Man, I really want to see a Broom Bear. That would just end the army from the Soviets. I mean, even in Austria.
KV-1 is out.
Yes, you can see it slowly rolling up into the map. I think it's a.
And if you look at SturmTigerNinja, he's like, okay, he just used some manpower, but okay, he's going down now. But he was almost like at 1,000, so
Wow.
I think he was kind of. Yeah, but that's the issue. I mean, he's waiting to get a KT, but he can't really use the manpower on anything. I mean, sure, he can get more books, but it doesn't really help him. I mean, sure, I mean, he can, I guess, get a huge army of them, but
a bunch of vet zero folks at this point.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna get, I mean, manhandled by the even the conscripts. I mean, Soviet has got a whole bunch. He's got 3 squads of vet 3 conscripts, and another one will certainly not be far off. He's finally starting to tech up. He's building himself tier 2. So, I mean, they haven't needed AT guns, and getting, I think, tier 1 would be rather pointless. Though I think it does cost slightly less than tier 2. But hopefully he'll then invest some of the enormous amount of fuel that he's got into getting, I don't know, SU-85s or Katyushas or something. They've got lots of indirect fire, but it could be put to better use. Ost is now used to redistribute resources, so I bet we're going to see that that B4 go down. Yep, here comes the recon flight. I think it's a bit off target. If you keep an eye on the ability cooldowns. Oh, yep, bombing strike coming in. I hear it coming in on the B4. And down it goes.
Nice.
And that's how you deal with a B4.
What I would really like to see SturmTigerOst use some of his manpower on is at least build up fuel cache, because he needs it to convert all that fuel. And then early on, when it was clear they didn't have that much map control, he could have built it early on. Of course, you needed the manpower for soldiers and all that, but I think it would have helped.
I can see a Pioneer squad going up towards a territory point, so maybe... Oh! You read it? That is some excellent prediction. That is exactly what he's doing right now. And tier 4 is drawn up into Soviet's base, and he's getting himself a Katyusha. So Katyusha will be... oh, and a PaK-43. I was hoping that we would see one of those up at the top of the map. With B4 down, PaK-43 is going to be quite a bit safer. They're going to need to surround it with machine guns to protect it. Oh, there's a very nice use of the anti-tank strafe, or anti-infantry strafe, pinning all of the conscript squads and leaving them for the grenadiers to just take shots at. Although they're gonna come out of pin eventually, unless he's like very rapidly changing the targets. Oh, and here comes 4 Mother Russia. You can see the power of that. These Volks
That's 2 MGs
are
there, so
gonna get eaten alive. Yeah, we need to see some. Oh, incendiary artillery, can't quite afford it. And looks like Ninja's gonna be able to back away safely. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Ninja is saving up to get himself a King Tiger. It might not be a bad idea to you know, get a another battle group headquarters up at the top of the map, but I don't know. With Katyusha coming out, actually the Katyusha has arrived, and if he gets that into a good spot, it could do a ton of damage to all these Volksgrenadiers. You can see it's starting to fire. Looks like it's firing straight up to where the Volksgrenadiers probably were. Yeah. Oh no, they're gonna retreat through it though. Oh yeah, he just panicked at hearing the sound and hit that retreat button. Thankfully, he didn't retreat all of his squads, although he just walked them into them. Yeah. All right, off they go back to base. And look at the PaK-43. That looks so cool. It's between the 2 flaming trees. It's like they summoned it up out of some portal to hell. It's like if you're playing Chaos Space Marines in Dawn of War. It's like how all of their buildings appear. That's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Oh! Whoa! Booby trap? What? With the anti-tank strafe?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I saw the airplane, so I was kind of like, what did that do? And then I saw, oh, the wreckage, okay.
Very nice
That was
move.
a nice win, yeah.
Yep, I see that in the base. Dead. Always a good a good move against the indirect fire. I think that Soviet has been using booby traps down in the southern part of the map. I'm not totally sure. Something you really don't see very often. Obersoldaten can put them down too, but it's like it's like it puts a movable mine down in the sector, and anytime anything walks into it, the booby trap will explode immediately. And KV-1 is starting to poke its head forward a little bit. If the Pak-43 notices, it's going to be in trouble.
And the Soviets are in a bit of trouble because they started using now mortars to cap.
Oh man, Pak-43 is about to shoot at the KV-1, but KV-1 may be able to get out of range of it. Takes a shot in the butt. It's still in range, and oh, huge hit.
That was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, those things have so much health. Oh, it's still sitting in range though. If
Ninja
just
can't see it.
Yeah, if Ninja gets vision, then I think it's dead for sure. Well, actually, it might not be dead for sure, but it will certainly be getting repaired for a long time. Oh, nice use of strafe. Just together with the incendiary rounds and the machine gun at the bottom. Yep. Oh, and we even have a new forward headquarters. That's what, the 4th forward headquarters this game?
Where is it?
It's down near where that machine gun was firing a moment ago.
Yeah, that's the 4th one.
Katyusha's doing good work. Got 5 kills, another new one on the first barrage. KV-1 needs to back away though and get some more repairs. And it looks like the Germans are going to be able to take back a 2nd BP into their control. I think we're about to see another...
Su-85 out.
Okay. And the King Tiger is just beginning production.
About time.
Yeah. So, I mean, just a single Su-85 with no vet is not going to be nearly enough to deal with the King Tiger. I mean, they're going to need to get Zis guns and support them really well. Get some more, probably another Su-85, or even 2 more Su-85s, and I don't know. They could try mobbing it with AT grenades from the back as well. I doubt they would even penetrate, but we'll see. Recon overflight could get shot down and crash into the German base. That's always hilarious when that happens.
The Katyusha might fire at the Pak-43 now, and the men are almost, well, it looks like, no, that's 2 men, okay. Where did it crash?
Right in the middle of the map. It didn't land on anything.
Oh.
Once again, great use by Ost of the infantry strafe. I was saying he wasn't using it well before, but he's picking good targets now. These vet zero, or these low vet, no Panzerschreck holding, ass, no vet having. Volksgrenadiers is getting pushed around by the KV-1, and that thing will probably make it back to safety. I think it's beyond the max firing range of the Volksgrenadiers, but if it stops before it gets back to base, it's going to be in trouble. Katyusha's
if you notice with the Soviets now, is that before they were fighting as one, pretty much like in the middle and a little bit in the north. But now the Germans has managed to divide them. So Soviet is now in the south, and there's another stupid dive coming in.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay.
That sure divided them now.
Yeah, so there used to be a Soviet army in the south. But yeah, I totally agree. They've split up quite a bit, and it's let the Germans come back in. They're not under as much pressure anymore.
That was
3 full squads of conscripts killed by that. Wow, I can't believe there's no chat about that.
Too busy.
Yeah.
Crying.
Yeah. It's like he probably just like spontaneously went blind.
Yeah.
Katyusha's
Oh,
firing.
there's 3 of them.
Three what?
3 Katyushas.
Oh, yeah, each player has one now, and Soviets got 2, so that's maybe a bit of an overinvestment now. They need the anti-tank, but it's still good for punishing these, oh, God, for punishing Ninja's army of just weakened Volksgrenadiers getting chewed up, and 3 of them, they're basically, they can kind of keep them firing constantly.
I like how that KT's roaming around, because it's like, I mean, sure, there's some craters around, but it's not like he has to like drive a little bit distance and then stop and then turn around. No, he has open space here, so he's pretty much in his field.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real challenge for the Soviets to do that. They're so underinvested in anti-tank. I don't even think there's any mines down on the off chance that it would come close to one of those. The only thing, the only anti-tank they have is that Su-85. I did not see where that Katyusha just fired.
It was firing in the south at that MG, but SturmTigerOst, he moved his MG.
Yeah, I thought it was going to come in on the infantry. Oh man, looks like Ost is going for another bombing strike on the base. Oh, he's called in the anti-infantry strafe, but Soviets already moved his stuff, and there is a I don't think that's going to connect
right
at all.
Up the heels up.
Yeah. Nice try, but
yeah.
Good on Soviet to not fall for that trick twice.
Look at that Su-85. No, please, no.
Oh, KV-1's trying to go in for some kind of move. And there's a fight happening between some Volksgrenadiers and Panzergrenadiers and Shocks at the bottom, but they're going to get chased off. Thankfully, Ost is paying attention, pulls him away in time. And the Shocks and a Maxim are going to try to take back the southern part of the map. And oh, he should not have retreated that Maxim yet.
Oh, nice. In there with that grenade.
Everything kind of pales in comparison to that Stuka bomb that wiped out half of Soviet's army, but that was a pretty nice grenade. Katyushas are firing over behind the King Tiger. I don't know if he's trying to listen through the fog of war for the repairing. And more shots are going in, can't tell where. Be nice to have him come in on the Volksgrenadier army Ninja. And this King Tiger is just single-handedly denying the entire top of the map from the Soviets.
10 kills.
Yep, a couple of full squads though. Barbarossa keeps getting himself KV-1s. I don't think that's... I think they just need more and more and more Su-85s. Even Zis guns would be okay, because they're not facing Obersoldaten. I mean, Panzer Grenadiers are nasty against them, but I think they probably got enough to be able to deal with Panzer Grenadiers in the forms of all their shock troops, but...
Well, they could be used, like, if they flanked KT and, like, stopped him from falling back, so the issues can get in.
Yeah, some nice blocking action would be good to see. Whenever I think of blocking, I remember that the Steven JF versus Easy game that we cast, where Steven JF blocked the King Tiger with his T-70, and then was able to kill it with that. And it was like this tiny little unit, this smaller than the turret on the King Tiger, causing its death.
That's gameful.
So, recon flight coming in once again, and so Ost is not sure what he's going for. Looks like the anti-tank strafe. Gonna try to catch the Katyushas again, but it's a miss. So not the best prediction. It's too bad. He could have hit the base with the Stuka. Done a bunch of damage. Yeah. Yeah, one issue with this map is when the VPs are the two VPs are so close together at the top of the map, you can just have something like a King Tiger sitting up there and win the game by just camping out the victory points. Because the Soviets, they can take back this one on the bottom and it'll buy them some time, but
yeah, that's something would be nice if they reworked on the map. That would be the only thing I could think of that needs to be reworked.
And yeah, it's rather amazing how much the King Tiger has been able to deny the Soviets. It hasn't really done that much damage. Like I said, it's gotten 13 kills. The Su-85s are going to come in to try to do some work on it now. Katyushas are trying to soften them up. But the King Tiger is going to be able to back away safely, I'm pretty sure. And some combat engineers are getting suppressed by a machine gun at the top of the map as they attempt to take down.
Oh, Katie's gonna might finish it. No.
Oh,
abandoned
and destroyed. Love those post-death crits. Oh, the combat engineers might actually manage to complete the cap. They're supported by a mortar, and here Katyusha's firing. The Katyusha looks like they're going to be a little bit off target again, and they hopefully they've got one ready to fire because these Volksgrenadiers are coming in for the kill on these Su-85s. I see the rockets sailing harmlessly overhead. Maxim's got them suppressed, and they're not going to be going any farther forward.
Oh, Stuka died. It took some damage off.
Yeah, not super effective. But then I was like, is he just using it to try to kill the Zis gun? I mean, people do that. And the Zis gun is actually a, you know, with all the other support around, it's kind of a threat to the King Tiger. King Tiger pops Blitzkrieg assault to back away from the attack. Oh, Katyusha gets nailed by the anti-tank strafe. Very nice. And I think we're witnessing the final moments of this game. The Soviets are really struggling to get VPs under their control, and they're down to down to 36 VPs. Ost's army is tiny, and Ninja's army is also rather battered and small, but it's this underinvestment in the anti-tank from the Soviets. They've waited so long to tech up, and I think if they'd gotten their Katyushas earlier, they could have gotten more use out of them because they had the Germans pushed all the way back to their base. They could have just pounded on them over and over again, ended the game like that. As it was, they waited a long time to get the Katyushas, and I mean they've been useful, but they haven't been as effective as they could have been. And
that's the thing with I mean, urban defense tactics. It's a good. I mean, it can be very useful, but it doesn't have much of an endgame abilities or call-ins or something like that.
Definitely
and not. It's like they both went with support commanders and no direct commanders, you would say.
Yeah.
Very offensive. So it's I think it would have worked out better if it had gone with what was the other the one with upgrade T-34s and IS-2.
Oh yeah, the armored assault. That would have been fun to see. Or even well, I don't know. I think it's just waiting so long to get tech is really what hurt them. Because they were in such a commanding position in the mid game. Oh, another abandon, and I hear Stuka coming in probably on the middle VP. Yep, wipes out the combat engineers. That's an expensive way to get rid of them. And Germans have just taken the bottom VP in good control of one of the top VPs. Yeah. And the supply half track must have been on a rally point as it's trying to drive up in the middle. And a second King Tiger's in production from Ninja.
Nice.
Oh.
GB down.
Yep. And looks like that's the end of the game. I was going to say that Ost used another recon flight plus anti-tank strafe to kill the Katyusha that just wiped some dudes. But yeah, so that was an interesting match.
Yeah, it was very entertaining.
Yes.
Funny how, like you said, there was no vehicles at all. So um, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I think the German players were good to hold on for as long as they did. I mean, they were wild when they had just tiny armies and no map control, and the Soviet players just kind of like they lost focus, and by not pushing their advantage when they had it, they lost the game. Yeah,
If
so
they
that.
had taken
Mhm.
up, that would have caused problems for SturmTigerOst, I believe, because like I said, like in the beginning, like what I usually recommend is you get some armor out before you start really using those abilities. But due to fuel and all that, but a fuel cache would have helped. But I mean, in the end,
Yeah.
they won. So
Yeah, and the Ninja losing his trucks over and over again with the aggressive truck placement made it just all of his fuel was going into that, and the Soviets should have expected the King Tigers. I mean, when you when you destroy all three trucks, like you kind of have to expect that the
yeah,
the OKW player is probably either going to throw in the towel or just do whatever he can, go for the Hail Mary King Tiger, because reinvesting in building those trucks is so expensive with your limited fuel income, especially when you have no map control and can't afford to rebuild them. But yeah, so that was the game sent in by SturmTigerNinja, and we got a couple of other replays that hopefully we'll get to soon. The doctor has cleared Hugh to do shoutcasting, but we don't want to push it and cause you to lose your voice forever. But
I mean, I'm dead tired as well. I only got like a little over 2 hours of sleep, so due to all that coughing, so.
we'll be back for more soon. But I kind of expect that there will be a patch in a few days, because there's the competition going on between Creative Assembly and Relic, uh, with the Rome Total War 2 or Rome 2 Total War, or however you're supposed to say that, and Company of Heroes 2, and it's supposed to be some free stuff that goes to players once that's over. So yeah, might get a patch. So hopefully we'll get at least another replay out, or another cast out before that's done, because we've got one that I really want to have a look at. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, Karathi Soldier. Do you have any final words? I'm trying to think of some good final words before this ends.
Until next time.
That'll do. Bye bye, folks.